Good evening, good evening. I'm glad everybody's here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as following us on Instagram and Facebook. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Employee Retention Tax Credit. I know we've been talking a lot about PPP, and remember, don't forget to file for your PPP. It is still good until the end of the month, March 31st, or until the funds run out. But tonight we're going to be talking about the Employee Retention Tax Credit. Has more than doubled. That means that for each employee, a business owner can get up to $28,000 per employee. And remember, a tax credit is different from a tax deduction. A tax deduction is when you write off from your income. A tax credit is actual cash in your hand from the government. So I'm going to back up and let's talk about the difference between an employee and an independent contractor. If you give somebody a 1099, they are not your employee. That's why they can file for their own PPP. They are an independent contractor. But for people where you withdraw federal taxes from their paycheck, then guess what? This tax credit applies to you as a business owner. So we're going to talk about how you can get the tax credit for all of 2021, how if you missed it in 2020, I did a video on it a few months ago, but some people may not have paid that much attention to it. So I'm going to show you how to go back and actively get the money for your employees, even for 2020. So again, remember, if you issue a person a 1099, they are not an employee. Only the people that you actually take out taxes, file quarterly taxes on these people are actually your employees. That means people that you actually issue a W-2 to. Well, on the employee tax credit, they were telling you initially that you either had to make a choice to get the employee tax credit or to get PPP. So a lot of people opted to get PPP because it was going to give them more money. Well, now there is a new rule out where you just cannot file for forgiveness on your PPP for the same period as you did that you are claiming the tax credit. Remember, tax credit is actual cash in hand from the government. So if you did not do this, and this video is not for tax purposes. I'm not an accountant. I don't do taxes. I want to give you that disclosure. I'm not giving you tax advice. I'm just telling you things that you want to talk to either your payroll company that you may use or the person that prepares your taxes that you that you are using, or for some businesses who have this pandemic has really woke you up and said, hey, I really need to do things the right way. I need to stop paying my people under the table. Well, if you need help with setting up a payroll, my company, Bossed Up Academy, we will help you do that. We will make it so easy for you that you will wish you had done this years ago. So it's not as hard to file employees with a W-2 and their withholdings. It is not hard at all. We have the secret recipe to success on that, and you will just think it keeps your time and it does your payroll, and there is a protection with it that if something is filed incorrectly, they will pay it for you. So there's no risk to you, and it is a lot cheaper than you think. Don't think, oh gosh, that's going to cost me a lot of money. Get that out of your head. Actually check on things and find out how much they actually going to cost before you rule it out. Just because it sounds like it's hard, it's really not hard. So again, I will offer our services to you to help you get set up on payroll, because you can still take advantage of this tax credit. Or some people need to be an employee of their business. A lot of people are employees of their business. They write themselves a W-2. Well, guess what? As an employee of your business, you can get this tax credit for yourself. So, or if you don't have a payroll set up right now, you can get one set up, because this is going to be happening all of 2021. What's going to happen in 2022, we don't know. And actually, you can get this money every quarter. And it's up to $7,000 per employee per quarter. Last year, it was based on the entire year. Well, this year is by the quarter. So that's how you can get $28,000, because it's $7,000 per quarter per employee. So that's how you get 7 times 4 is 28. So you can get $28,000. Now, if you missed out and you didn't file for your employee retention credit, then I would suggest you talk to, and I remember, I'm not giving tax advice. I would go back and talk to the person who does your payroll and ask them about a 941X. That is the form that you're going to need to talk to them about getting it filled out to adjust your 941 so that you can do this tax credit. Also, you need to ask your payroll person, how do you need to do your payroll taxes going forward? You can either take the tax credit at the end of the year on your taxes, or if you're like me, I want my money now. I need my money now. I need all the money I can get right now. So you can file it on your quarterly taxes and get the money right now as each quarter goes by when you're paying your employees. So you don't have to wait until the end of the year, and you'll have more working capital. And with us not knowing what's going to happen with this pandemic, or if we're going to get shut down again because of this second strain or whatever, I would highly suggest that you do it quarterly. Remember, I'm not giving tax advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to spread some information to help another small business owner out, because remember, the rent we pay on earth is service. So again, you can check on that. And then if there's an overage, there's a form 7200 that you can look at and file it with your taxes, or on your taxes if you choose not to do it through your 941 filing. Now, I'm saying 941 because that's the most common form that people are using for their payroll, but there are other entities, depending on how many employees you have, and it may be other things that you're filing. Then have your payroll. Again, I'm advising you to go back to your person that does your payroll, and ask them these questions if they're not already offering it to you. So I would highly suggest that you go back to your payroll person, ask them, hey, I know we missed the deadline. I wasn't aware of it. I need to go back. I want to get my credits for 2021. Also, there is a clause in there about 50% loss of income. So that's probably going to either be your first quarter or your second quarter, depending on your business, of 2020. And you're going to compare that to 2019. Now, if you were on a mandatory government shutdown, then you don't have to give the documentation supporting the loss of income. And remember, gross income is before you paid anybody, paid a bill. That's what you actually brought in your doors to your business. So, but if they're saying that you can substitute that financial information if you can justify that you were on a mandatory shutdown by the government. And a lot of people were on a mandatory shutdown because we had stay-at-home orders, which prevented us from running our business with business as usual. So again, I want to encourage you to go back to whoever's doing your payroll, talk to them about about filing a 941X to do it retroactively, and then find out what you need to do going forward. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is if you want to get your business in order, get your business straight, there are so many opportunities right now if you are in business and not business for you to take advantage of, and it could really leverage you, really put you in a better financial position. If you're not getting money right now, you got to change your circle, change your mind. You got to do something different. And now it's various opportunities, multiple opportunities for you to actually get out of business and get into business. So again, if you need some help with setting up employees because you're tired of paying people under the table and not getting any credit for it, we will be glad to help you set that up and get you going. And I promise you, most people have this outrageous number that it's going to cost them. Also, it's going to make you more effective in your business if you keep in time correctly, because it's going to even break down the quarters of time. So those extra 30 minutes or extra minutes that you're rounding off, and usually a lot of people are rounding up, then that's going to eliminate a lot of that, because it's going to do the calculations based on actual time. Also, if you're treating people like an employee, but you paying them on a 1099, you don't want to get in trouble for that. And because that could be another problem, because if they are on a 1099, you are supposed to treat them as though they are an independent contractor. So if you do have people that are W-2 employees, but you're not filing it, I would suggest you DM me, get with me, and I'll be glad to help you get set up. But don't forget to do your PPP before the end of the month. Don't forget that you can apply for 2 rounds. You want to do both of those. Remember that the new formula is still applies. And then later on this week, actually tomorrow night, I'm going to tell you about $5,000 more in grant money from the SBA, and they're cutting all the new grants that are coming out through SBA directly. Remember, EDIL is through SBA. PPP is through your lender. So they, with this new stimulus bill, they got $5,000 more coming out for business in general. They got special grants for restaurants, special grants for venue places. So tune in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a lot of lives at 9 o'clock at night, because I really want to get this information out. I really want to help people get through this pandemic, because I hate to see people kill their dreams by closing their doors, not working on their dreams. And remember, our theme is that in difficulty lies opportunity. Take advantage of these opportunities to gain leverage to put yourself in a better position. That's all it's going to do. The more knowledge you have, the more you read up on things, the more you listen to videos, different things, it's going to open your perspective to a whole new light. You got to be a sponge for knowledge. You got to be a lifelong learner. You have to be flexible, adaptable in order to run a successful business. We as small business owners collectively employ more people than big companies. We are essential to our economy. We are essential to our communities. We are the ones that sponsor rec baseball, rec football. We are the heartbeat of our community. We support families in our communities, the people that work for us. So therefore, we have a duty, an obligation to keep our doors open because of our community. And that we are our community. As they say, we are Lancaster, we are our community. As a small business owner, I want you to other small business owners and some people that's running a sole proprietorship, they're an individual. You may not have an LLC, but you're still a business owner. You're still contributing to our community. When they have pageants, when they have fundraisers, when they have golf events, when the United Way needs donations, when the chamber needs donations, we are the people that support that. We are the people that give to those things. So therefore, don't think that your contribution to your community is not big enough, that your business isn't big enough. You are somebody, your business is somebody, your business, a lot of people, is your dream. So don't let a pandemic kill your dream. Don't kill your dream by not being informed and being able to pull in the resources that will help you and get you through this. Remember that these things from the government are not a handout, but a hand up. Remember that. So tomorrow night, don't forget to tune in, like and share our videos. You never know who you could be helping, who you could be a blessing to. So tune in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.